My coworker tried to get me fired for being lazy, so I let her replace me. I was 28 when I got my first office job, payroll assistant at a manufacturing company. It wasn't glamorous, but steady work and decent pay meant stability, something I never really had before. My department was small, just 3 of us, me, my manager, and a senior clerk named Denise. Denise was blunt, to put it politely. She'd been there 12 years and believed longevity gave her authority over everyone. The first day I met her, she nodded at my clothes and said, "You don't need to dress up here, sweetheart. Nobody cares what payroll looks like." I laughed awkwardly. She wasn't joking. Still, I tried to get along with her. I made coffee, shared snacks, helped her print reports, even when it wasn't my job. But the nicer I was, the meaner she got. She'd nitpick everything, call me slow, newbie, or worse, say things like, "You wouldn't last a week in this industry." Once, I overheard her telling another coworker, "She's so lazy. I swear they hire anyone these days." Lazy. This came from a woman who spent half her mornings gossiping in the break room. I tried ignoring it. Then one morning, my manager called me in with a serious tone. He said there'd been concerns about my performance, late reports, unchecked entries, lack of initiative. I sat there stunned, because every single thing she mentioned doing wrong was work Denise had handled when she offered to help me. I realized then she wasn't just being mean, she was trying to make me look bad. So I came up with a plan that didn't involve confronting her directly. A week later, the manager announced he'd be on vacation for 2 weeks. Denise immediately bragged she'd keep payroll running while he was gone. So I kept my head down, acted extra naive, and let her. When she asked me how to process time cards, I said, "Oh, you've done this for years. You'll be fine." When she casually said, "You'll send invoices before Friday, right?" I smiled. "Actually, you're senior. You should take credit. Go for it." The next 2 weeks, I stepped back just enough for her to handle everything. By Friday, I watched her stroll out early, confident as ever. Monday morning, chaos. Accounting reports didn't match. Dozens of checks were missing hours or had duplicate entries. One client even called to ask why they'd been billed twice. Denise tried fixing it but made it worse. She deleted data she didn't back up. I just calmly printed screenshots I'd saved showing when she'd logged in and changed files. When the manager returned, he looked ready to explode. He asked if I'd seen what happened. I noticed discrepancies, I said evenly, placing the screenshots on his desk. He called Denise in immediately. She tried the usual tactic, blamed me, said, "She must have messed something up before I took over." He pointed at the log report. "Funny, all edits were made under your credentials." You could hear a pin drop. She went pale, stammered something about trying to help, but it didn't matter. She was suspended that day. HR later confirmed, according to policy, they couldn't fire her outright without a review, but she resigned before it finished. The next week, the manager called me into his office again. I thought I was in trouble, but instead, he handed me a folder. Promotion, payroll coordinator, Denise's old role. I accepted, quietly. A month later, I found out through mutuals that she was applying for jobs but struggling. This industry is small, and word spreads fast. I didn't feel joy, exactly just closure. Because here's the thing about people like Denise. They spend so much time tearing others down, they forget the walls they build eventually collapse on them too. Some days I still think about how she used to call me lazy while I quietly worked circles around her. Now, the office runs smoother than ever. When new hires join, I always tell them document your work, be kind even when others aren't, and let arrogance self-destruct. It's cliche, but it's true. Sometimes the best revenge is handing someone the rope they demand and walking away before they realize they've already tied the noose.